You may have tried to be productive because you have things to do, things you want to do, or just because, you know? And it has not been working for you. No matter what techniques you try, all the books that you've read, all the videos that you've watched, it just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. And then you beat yourself up, and then you say, it's my fault, I didn't do it properly, da-da-da-da-da-da. And it's this cycle of I want to, but I can't. Today we're going to change that. So if you don't, if you don't know if you should trust me or not, my life is proof that these things work, okay? Because I used to be just like you. I used to literally struggle all the time, and I was like, what's wrong with me? Literally, what's wrong with me? And then I made some research, and I tried different things, and today I came prepared with literal notes to show you, oh my gosh, my paper fell, no, to show you that there are ways for us to succeed. We're gonna go through a few key points, and I want you to keep an open mind and just note them down if it resonates with you. Of course, what may work for me may not work for you, but it's still worth giving a shot. So the first thing is just being flexible. Be flexible with yourself, because oh my gosh, there's something about these productivity dudes. They're so rigid. It's like, go big or go home, or whatever, you know? It's like, do it or don't do it. And if you don't do it, you're a failure. That's not how our brains work. That's not the reality of everyone. Being flexible is literally just such a gift to yourself, to your life, and to your progress. Because you would rather have 1% of progress than 0 because you failed, because you didn't show up. So let's use an example, just so you can picture what I'm trying to say, what I'm trying to talk about. If you say to yourself, oh, every morning I'm gonna wake up, I'm gonna work out for like 30 to 40 minutes every single day. Okay, yeah, okay. What if you don't get enough sleep? What if something happened? What if you just don't have the time, the energy? Then what, you're a failure? No. That's not how it works. Be flexible. So maybe instead of working out, you're just gonna go outside and walk. Take a little walk. Maybe you're just gonna stretch. Maybe you're just gonna do a shorter version of your workout. That's being flexible. And like I said, you would rather do it, even if it's just 2% better, 3% better. It's better than 0, okay? There's no such thing as perfectionism. There's not a perfect routine. There's not a perfect life hack. There's no life hack. There's just life. And then you do it. You just gotta do it. Meet yourself where you are. Meet yourself where it feels good, okay? Because it's not by pushing yourself consistently and by being harsh and by being difficult with yourself that you're gonna be happy and see progress that makes you feel good. Next point that I wanted to make is defining the minimum in your priorities or your needs, okay? So if you're having a good day, if you're having a bad day, define what still needs to be done. And I swear to you, you will feel more productive once you identify your priorities and what is the minimum to you. Okay, so for me, for example, it's like, of course, like eating, going outside is really important. I gotta wash my face. And another thing that just really I cannot skip, that is a minimum for me, that no matter what I go through, no matter what happens, the minimum is that I check my emails. And to me, that's the bare minimum. That's my priorities. So no matter what happens, I know that this will get done. And therefore, I feel better about myself already, because I'm like, I did that. You know what I mean? I did that. And building this kind of rapport with yourself is only gonna make you feel better, more confident, stronger, whatever. So it's gonna help you to be more consistent with your goals, with your habits, with your priorities. And by giving yourself these small rewards, that's how you just build the proof that you are capable of being productive, that you are capable of getting stuff done, stuff that feels good. And I would also say set a maximum, because sometimes we aim way too high when we start feeling good about ourselves, and then we fail miserably and we're like, oh my gosh. And maybe it can impact the report, the relationship that we build with ourselves. So realistically, tell yourself, how many things can you get done per day max, whether it's tasks or priorities, the minimum, if it's just like endeavors that you want to dive in. For me, it would be about, okay, maybe about 8 or 9, and that's like on a good day, but that's my max. I'm not gonna go beyond that. Let's get into it. I keep talking about if you have a bad day, if you don't have energy, if you didn't sleep properly, if something happened, maybe you're going through a breakup, maybe you lost your job, whatever. Plan for bad days. Have a plan B. I made this template for myself because I realized that I'm not going to be able to show up every single day with the same amount of energy. So I made different routines for different levels of energy. I'm going to put the template somewhere on the screen, maybe, I don't know. Or it's going to be available on my Instagram, on my Patreon, and probably in the bio, I guess. I'm not sure how I'm going to do this just yet, but it's going to be available to you so that you can use it as well. I put no energy, low energy, medium energy, and high energy. So the minimum being when I have no energy, the maximum being when I have high energy. Start planning around this concept instead of just planning as if every day was going to be the best day of your life. Yes, ideally, you're going to wake up early, do this, do that, do all the stuff on your to-do list, and all I have to say is, okay, it's good that you have this motivation. Come here. But there's times where life happens, and that's okay. Oh, that's okay. You don't have to beat up yourself about it. Be kind. Be compassionate. Life happens. You won't always be on top of the game. And that's okay because there's still value in resting and taking the time to feel whatever you feel and being in a little bit of a rut and taking it slow. That's okay. I really want you to remember this. If you take any piece of information out of my video, this is the piece of information that I want you to retain, okay? This is not about a schedule. This is not about a to-do list. This is not about like toxic productivity or whatever. This is just a series of dominoes that you set up in place, and then depending on like the energy that you have, things are just gonna be orchestrated in advance, you know what I mean? And I swear, like, it's so important for us to realize that it's about long-term commitment. It's about sustainability. You don't want to set up yourself for failure with crazy goals that you don't even know if you want or not. You don't want to overbook yourself. You don't want to exhaust yourself. Sustainability, okay? I know we live in a society that is like short-term success, instant gratification. We don't think about the future. Think about the future, okay? If you want to have a productive lifestyle that feels good, that is not burning you out, that is not making you feel bad, long-term sustainability, okay? It's really important, and like I cannot stress this enough. It's not about your life being like everyone else's. It's not about you becoming a superhuman. It's about you becoming a better human. It's really about adjusting, and this is part of the process. There's intention, integration, evaluation, and regulation. So let's get into it. Intention is just setting your why. It's really important for you to find your why and to analyze if it's a why that satisfies you. So, for example, if you say you want to go to the gym, your why, oh, that's my rice cooker. Finding your why. So you're like, oh, I want to go to the gym because I want to look fit, haha. And it's like, yes, this could be a very great motivation. But on the flip side, it may not be a motivation that will get you out of bed when maybe you're resisting this need and this goal that you have to go there. Instead, it could be because I want to live a longer life. It's really about finding your why and analyzing what it does to you, if it serves you or not. Because really often, like, I feel like we set intentions, we set our whys around societal expectations, and it's not gonna serve us in the long term. There's intention, and intention goes a very long way. Intention is right here. Intention is like the initial spark that you need. What is your intention? Is it sustainable? you know. But then there's integration, you putting it into practice, you putting a plan behind it. So the template that I just shared is a great way to put a plan behind your goals, your productivity, that what you need to work for or whatever. And this integration can be a little bit tricky, and it's the moment where you realize that it's not about instant gratification, because it takes a little bit of time and effort, and you're gonna fail a couple of times. But this is where we have evaluation, analyzing where do you fail, why, and how you can fix it. So for me, for example, one thing that I have consistently failed is when I wanted to do something. I was like, I need to edit a video, I need to do this, I need to do that, and then I was getting distracted. I had to check, okay, what is making me feel distracted? Often it was my phone, and then how do I make sure that I'm not distracted again? Putting my phone away. Some techniques that worked for me, so like working for an X amount of time, taking a break, working for X amount, I think it's Pomodoro technique or whatever. And through this analyzing, this evaluating, and re-putting it in practice, that's how just like the magic operated. And when I say regulation, that's really what I mean. It's like just regulating how I feel, my thoughts around this process, the process overall. Does it go smoothly? Is it difficult? Do I meet a lot of resistance? Of course, it takes a little bit of self-control. It takes a little bit of discipline, like not discipline that is harsh, of course, because we just said it, like rigidity does not work for us. The regulation part comes in for self-control. Self-control is also about regulation. It's not about being in lack. It's not about punishing yourself. It's just about regulating yourself. Self-discipline, to me, the definition is that you meet your needs and not your expectations. So instead of beating up yourself because you did not show the results that you wanted to see ASAP, you become a little bit more flexible, a little bit more patient, and you prioritize your needs, meeting your needs. So maybe you have this expectation of meal prepping every single week, like these very good homemade meals that are like healthy or whatever, but instead like you're just able to meal prep for 1 or 2 meals, not the entire week. That's still a need that you met, feeding yourself, giving yourself the nutrients, and preparing for your future self. Boom, self-discipline. You were able to do it, and you did it. Congratulations. It may not be the expectation that you had set for yourself, but it still provides you with what you wanted in the beginning. It'll just get better and better and better. So some practical tips, I think. First of all, you know, it's really simple for you to mix habits. I don't know how else to explain it. I would say, like, for example, if you want to start saying affirmations, you want to integrate affirmations into your daily routines instead of just sitting up like this and being like, I am abundance, I am, like, you know, instead of making it boring, make it fun by just maybe integrating it while you're in the shower. So you're showering for like 10-15 minutes, put on a little video, put on a little audio in the background. And while you're showering of the affirmation, you can just repeat them while you're washing your hair, while you're doing your stuff, you know. By mixing habits together, it'll make the results so much more attainable, you know. And that's really all that we are about, because I know we want to get the results. There's a reason why you want to do these things, right? And it's silly, but find ways to just integrate them naturally, okay? So, for example, it's often like these key things are often in our environment and our day-to-day, the ways that we act, the things that we do, integrate them naturally. So, for example, if you want to do more, I don't know, you want to start a yoga practice and you're like, oh my gosh, I really want to do this. Does it feel natural to you to just always have to open, I don't know, like I'm just saying a bunch of whatever, but open your closet, take out your yoga mat, set it up, lay down, put on the video, you know? No, it doesn't feel natural. So instead, just leave it in plain sight where you always walk by, where there's space also for you to just lay it down, and have like maybe a tab or like something on your phone, on your computer, on your TV that is always open with the practice that you want to try out, or like the YouTube channel of a yoga practitioner, or like whatever. It's gonna make it so much easier. And that's all that we are about. It's about making it easier. Don't beat yourself up because you're not succeeding. It's not that you're not succeeding, it's that you're doing it the wrong way. That's it. So another way that for me that works, like for me to get my stuff done, for me to I don't know, just be more productive. Reminders. I have to write down everything that I need to do everywhere. I have post-its all over here, and if I think that my post-its are doomed, I have 4 calendars in my house. If I think my calendars are doomed, I use my notes app on my phone. If I think that my notes app on my phone is doomed, it's because I'm not gonna see it, I can use Google Calendar and or Siri to just set up reminders. I can set up alarms. But for me, the best thing that really works is my fridge is white, and I use like a pen like that you can erase, and I just write everything I need to do on my fridge. I always go to grab food. I always go to my fridge like it's part of my life, so I always see what I need to do. Setting these gentle reminders, setting just little trails of breadcrumbs for you to just be like, oh, that's right, I gotta do that. Oh, that's right, I really want to focus on this habit. Oh, that's right, I need to work on this goal, on this project. It'll help a lot. And also just remind yourself, especially if you're setting up alarms, to set them at times that feel appropriate, because remember that sometimes when you see these reminders, you're not in the right space of, you don't set it at the right time, you don't see it at the right space for you to just be like, right. For example, if you set an alarm at 2 p.m., what are you doing at 2 p.m.? Are you at work and then you just have to ignore it and just like move on? These kind of things, you got to think about it a little bit more instead of just setting it up there and being like, done. I'm totally gonna do this and remember, find a way for you that works, that breadcrumbs you into doing the things that you want to do. And I would say the other thing that is like really interesting for me is vision boards. Not in a manifesting way, because I know that a lot of people manifest by putting a bunch of images of what they desire on a board and they just look at it often. No, that's not what I mean, even though like I did vision boards for manifesting in my life. I'm not bashing on them. Vision boards as in like what I'm trying to get at, okay? So I have like a piece of paper that I stick on my wall, and it's like all the things that I really want to accomplish and how I'm going to accomplish them. That's a vision. So sometimes when I have an hesitation, when I'm like, I don't remember why I do this, I don't know how I'm going to do this, I just look and I'm like, oh, that's right, okay. Having this visual reminder of like the how, the why, the goals that I have, the reasons why I need to be more productive for certain things, it really helps. It really helps. And like, I would say it's also motivating. And I made a whole video talking about motivation on my Patreon if you want to check that out. Motivation is also like quite the spark. It's not what's gonna push you through everything. That's through like consistently building a report and habits and taking action and all that stuff. But motivation really does help, especially when you're in a low/no energy moment, and then you see this and maybe it's gonna take you to medium energy and then you're gonna be feeling a little bit better. I already kind of talked about this, but it's just limiting distractions. Like limiting distractions, that I build myself almost a sanctuary where when I come here, getting stuff done. And this would be my little space here, when I come here, I get stuff done. And whether it's like planning, recording, editing, posting, most of my website activities are here, my email, everything. Like me sitting down at this office indicates in my brain that I'm getting stuff done. This environment here is telling me I'm getting stuff done. And it may be a little bit harder for things that are like cleaning the house, because you don't have a sacred space dedicated to cleaning your house. But for me, it's like playlists or activities that I keep for cleaning my house, or like for doing specific tasks. And I'm like, when I play this song, when I play this album, when I do these little things, it indicates to my brain, oh, we're getting stuff done. So it can be like a sanctuary in your mind, a sanctuary in your practices. Taking care of your body and mind is like amazing, okay? You cannot be productive if you don't take care of your body and mind. And that's just like basic, regular schmegular science. It's just how it works. That's just how we work as humans. And there's nothing wrong with that. We're not superhumans, like I said. The goal is just to get better, not the greatest, okay? So anything that is helping you to be more focused, if it's just like sleeping more, working out, going outside, doing brain dumps before you do anything that is significant to you, journaling, meditating, if it's just talking to your friends, if it's gaming, playing, having fun, if it's also just like taking supplements, whatever helps you to feel good, because you don't want to get stuff done when you don't feel good. And of course, there's an aspect of it that is like self-control, discipline, like you still show up for yourself. But it's harder to show up for yourself if you're not taking care of yourself. If yourself don't feel good, then it's hard to do good things. That's it. When you feel bad, you just want to doom scroll and eat chips and have kind of a day. And that's okay. It happens. I do that. There's no shame in it. But I still need to get stuff done. That's also something that I would say is really important. Remember to rest. Take care of yourself. Remember to rejuvenate your energy. That you're not consistently 24/7 grinding away your life. Okay? There's part of life is just enjoying it. There's receiving, and then there's planting the seeds. It's very important to have balance. And you're gonna burn yourself out if you don't have that balance, especially for all the neurospicy babies. Like, it's so much more easier for us to get burned out quickly, easily. It's terrible, and you don't want to be burned out and neurospicy. It's terrible. It takes forever to get out of a burnout. It's hard. No, it's better to prevent it than to treat it. I would say also, like, speaking of rejuvenating and everything, finding joy in what you do, making it fun, making it maybe like a game, making it entertaining. For me, for example, when I need to get something done that I'm like, ugh, ew, I don't want to get that done. Ugh, like when I had to build my website, I was like it's so many details and so many things that I have to do, and I'm just like, no, I hate this. I just know, like, I don't feel motivated. I don't want to do it, but I know I have to do it. Take myself to like a coffee shop that I really love. Give myself like a little treat that I love and one of my favorite drinks, and I'm just like, good to go, because I'm enjoying it. And when I enjoy it, it makes it easier. When I was working on my heaviest blockages, I had to journal for billions of years. I had to journal like my life depended on it, and I was like, ugh, so boring. I was like getting distracted by anything, because my brain didn't want to focus on the task. But then going outside, going to a park, bringing like something nice just like to sit on, and having this little moment to myself, I was like, ooh, all of a sudden journaling about all my problems seems so much more fun. And that's pretty much it, because I feel like, especially for ADHD babies, I don't know, even autistic folks, I feel like we have so much more feelings. We feel things. Everything is an experience for us. Make sure that it's a great experience, because it's going to be so much easier to get it done. Welcome tools. Don't feel bad if you need little adjustments. There's nothing wrong with you if you need little adjustments here and there. There's nothing wrong. It's okay. And like, you know, just for me, like, I literally always have this stress ball right here. Another thing that really helps me to focus is like listening to ASMR videos. Yes, okay, some people may see it as weird or like as distracting or whatever, but to me, it helps me focus, and I'm gonna do whatever I want to do, because if it helps me, that's all that matters. Welcome tools. And like, you're literally built different. No. And just embrace it. You don't have to work like neurotypicals. You don't have to work like others. You don't have to do things that you were thought to do. If something works for you and you feel more productive and it helps you get stuff done, just do it. Okay? We have to stop being like Would I say it's ableist? I don't know, but just discriminating yourself for having different needs and then not respecting them because then you're not doing it properly. Then you're not good enough for whatever. No, welcome tools and find all the ways that accommodate you without feeling guilty about it. Use them. And if it's in your work, your job, whatever, don't be afraid to speak up about your needs. They are still your needs and they're still valuable. And to all the people that don't respect them, then I don't know what to tell you. That's their issue, and it says nothing at all about you, your value, how worthy you are, whatever. Like, that's their issue, that's on them. And you're just a little baddie that needs a little help. That's okay. Ask for help. It's okay to ask for help. Everyone needs help, and maybe you just need help that is different or more help. There's no shame in that. And we gotta really be our own ally here and give ourselves the things that we need first. We gotta show up for ourselves first. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope that it helps. I hope that I'll send you on the way to your best self, your best life. Apart from that, I wanted to say thank you so much for all the support. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being so kind to me. Oh my gosh, this is so annoying. I keep moving everything. I swear, I'm not. Anyways. Thank you for watching, for being here, for supporting me. If you're interested, all of my links are down below, all my social media links or whatever. Like I said, the template will be available. I swear to you, it will be available. I'll figure it out, okay? So apart from that, if you want to get one-on-one help, you can check out my Miracle.click website. I still have my discount code today. It's summer10, summer all caps with 10, and get 10% off any purchase. I also have my ebook about self-empowerment, which could be very useful, especially if you resonate with some things that I said in this video. Socials, website, of course I have my infamous Patreon, where I give you a bunch of resources so you can live your best life, okay? And it's a great way to help me as a creator. Of course, I have a Ko-fi, I have PayPal if you want to give donations, which is very appreciated. But it's just that YouTube kind of fluctuates sometimes with income and that kind of stuff. So I wanted to say that if you want to support me as a creator, Patreon is one hell of a great way to do that. Apart from that, you can check out my podcast. I am on fire. Honestly, recently I'm doing so many podcast episodes, and it's all about that kind of stuff, healing yourself, doing what feels good, taking care of yourself, okay? It's literally such a cute podcast. It's underrated. Yes, I'm proud of my work, and yes, I do genuinely believe that it will help you live your best life. I'm out here changing lives for the best. So, apart from that, thank you so much. Take care of yourselves. Love you big time, and be nice. Be nice to yourself, be nice to others. What can I say? We are good, loving, good vibes people here on this channel, okay?